In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you why you need to stop getting blinded by all the flashy lights, put your calculator down and have just one core service for your online coaching business. This is something I know very well, and I know this because I made this mistake in my coaching business. In the early days, this is one of the key mistakes that I made, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. So I'm sure we've all been there. We've all sat down and we've gone, if I had a course and I sold it for this much, calculator comes out on your phone and you're like, if I sold it for $399 and I sold 1,000 of them, I'd make £399,000. Or if I had a membership and it was this much and I had this many clients on there. Or if I had a mentorship or group coaching or one-to-one coaching, we are all guilty of pulling the calculator out and trying to figure out, oh, what if this happened? What if that happened? What if this exploded? We're all guilty of it. Now, I know I did this when I first started my online coaching business. It wasn't just an online coaching business. I'm a dog trainer for anybody who doesn't know. I'm now a fully online dog trainer and have been for some time. But in the beginning, I did some in-person training. I did online one-to-ones. I did online group classes. I did online coaching. Also did some webinars. I got blinded by all of the flashy lights. I got blinded by my calculator and thinking that if I offered more services, that would equal more money. It would mean that I could service more people. It would mean that it would hit different price points. And that's what I got bought into. And I'm sure many of you out there have been bought into the same way of thinking that if you offer services at one membership or at one price, and at this price and at this price, you match all of the market and you can service everyone and you think it's going to generate more revenue. And let me tell you what it actually does. If you offer multiple services, let's imagine you've got 5 services. Let's say you have a one-to-one coaching, a group coaching, a membership site, and you do webinars and you sell a course. Let's just, for argument's sake, they're the 5 that you do. I don't know if they are. Let's say you have 5 services. When I, as a client, a prospective client, a lead, comes onto your website or onto your Instagram or onto your YouTube, I don't know what it is I should be purchasing. And I know you're going to make a fantastic landing page and you're going to detail everything out. This is what you get in the one-to-one coaching. This is what you get. I'm not interested in any of that. As a client, as a potential lead, I'm not interested in anything. Well, I don't care what I get in each of these things. I have a problem that I want solving. How do I get this problem solved? So when you have loads of services on your website, a client comes on or a potential client comes on, they're not looking for what's included. They're not looking for the best deal. They're not shopping for discounts. What they're looking for is what's going to solve their problem. And I think you can have one core offer that solves your ideal client's problems there and then. And what happens then is it creates a frictionless process. If I come on your website, your landing page, your Instagram, and you've got 5, 6 different services, that creates friction in the buying process. Because I don't know which one to buy. I'm going to go away and think about it. I'm going to do a bit more research. And let's be honest, I'm probably going to forget about it and probably go to somebody else or Claude or ChatGPT is going to solve my problem. It creates friction. If I come to your website with a problem and you have one offer, one service that clearly states that it solves that problem, guess what is going to happen? I'm going to come onto your website and I'm going to purchase that offer because it's frictionless. I have a problem, you have this service, it solves this problem. Sweet, I'm going to take that, I'm going to pay for it, we're going to work together, everybody is happy. So that's really one of the big problems. The second problem is your time. Now, we are in the business here on this page anyway of time is worth more than money. I want people to earn a full-time income in part-time hours, very much like I do with my coaching business. I don't want you to be working 40, 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week, burning yourself out. Yes, you might be earning fantastic money, but you're burning yourself out. I want you to spend time with your family, take the kids to school, go out on your bike whenever you want to, go swimming, go to the gym. I want you to live your life. And when you have webinars and one-to-one coaching and group coaching and you're trying to sell a course and you're trying to film new courses to sell because you think the old course isn't selling because that's not the right course, you're trying to sell new courses and you've got a membership with a community page and you're managing the community, guess what happens? Guess the first thing to go? It's your time. And I know many of you are sat there thinking, yeah, but you could hire somebody to help run that. You could hire somebody to help run that. Again, I am not in the business of hiring setters. I am not in the business of hiring other coaches. I'm a big believer that if you watch my content and you apply to work with me, it is me you work with. I'm a big believer in that. I'm a big believer in small businesses that are potentially just yourself, maybe one other person just helping you out. Small businesses that are lean, that are easy to run, that don't suck up all your time. And when you have multiple services, it starts to sap your time. You have a calendar that's full. I have a group coaching call then I have these single one-to-one coaching calls then I have a webinar then, and then I've got a live on my membership then, and then I'm answering messages there and answering messages there, and it takes over your life. If you have one core offer, it frees up so much time. A coaching program maybe, you answer WhatsApp messages and you answer them 5 days a week between a certain time. Outside of that time, you're good. Maybe you're doing some sales calls, maybe you're doing some calls one-to-one, but you've only got one group of clients to care for. One group of clients asking you questions. That is it. That means that you free up time. What it also means is that you can put that freed up time into giving those clients an amazing result, an amazing experience within your one service, because you've mentally only got to think about one service, one group of clients. And it means that their experience within your service is much better, much smoother, and they are far more likely to give you great testimonials and to recommend you. And as we know from previous videos, testimonials create a flywheel effect where you feed them into your socials, which creates more sales, more trust, more testimonials, you feed them back to the top, and it creates that flywheel effect. But that is a video, if you want to check it out, it's on my page. But that is the reasons I think why most of you out there should just have one core service. Now, at the moment, as I sit, I have two services. Two services, that is it, yeah? Two services. But up to the 10K mark, I had one service. It was just a coaching product, that was it. And then I introduced a membership site. My membership site basically now services a lot more people than I can with coaching. Because my demand grew, because my following grew, I introduced my membership site. And it acts as a pool of people ready to jump onto my coaching. And when my clients jump off of coaching, they jump into the academy, so they're not left on their own. It basically means that I don't lose their revenue. I keep them within my business, but it also means that they don't lose support because they jump back into my academy. So I only have two at the moment, and that is it. I don't want any more than two. I don't want to offer any more than two. I'm happy at two, and I argue that most of you out there would be happy at just one or two. And trust me when I say you can earn a substantial income off of just one service. So if you've enjoyed this video, click the like button, drop me a follow or a subscribe, whatever you're watching this on. It's on YouTube, isn't it? I get follow, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Drop me a subscribe, and we've got lots more information coming. And if you want loads more help, we're going to be delivering lots of great information and tips, mistakes that I've made in my coaching business and things that I'm going to be doing moving forward in my email newsletter. The link to join that is in the description for this video.